How do I mute myself? There we go.
Okay, we are live. I'm going to put my record button.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are celebrating this amazing day. Nancy, let's see. Whoops, I'm like, well, I got to hold it up right. Choose joy. This is I have enjoyed working with you. For those that don't know, this is her beautiful book, Choose Joy. I got to stop holding it up. And And it's been such a joy to work with her because she has a sparkle in her personality that makes it just so fun and so rewarding for us to be able to get the work done that we needed to do to bring this fabulous book to the world. So I want to properly introduce Nancy. She is an international best-selling author, public speaker, intuitive breakthrough coach, and psychic medium from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. She's an energy healer whose strategies are brilliant, effective, supportive, and filled with love. Nancy's innovative methods help you break through limitations, fear, doubt, anxiety, obstacles, and challenges. Her breakthrough coaching program, Recover Your Joy, is an opportunity for customized support. Her guidance will help you improve your emotional, physical, and spiritual wellness. Nancy believes that you are a gift and is here to offer you hope for a better way of being. So welcome to our live day celebration of this amazing book launch. And for those that are our guests, you're welcome to come on screen if you have the time and wish to. Otherwise, and we will have an open it up for question. And good morning, Shauna. So Nancy, let's talk about the process of what brought this book to the world and what's your dream?
Whoa. 20 years of journaling, 20 years of journaling and a big decision that was a matter of staying in a place whereby I would always wonder what if, or creating a legacy. When we write, our words have an opportunity to impact others. And if we stay in the false fear narrative, then we give away our power. And I chose to take back my power and control and then move it forward, moving that needle forward, right? Just okay, I can do this one step at a time. And it was scary. It was so scary. What if all of the false narratives come true? Well, that takes away from the opportunity to do good things, doesn't it? I don't
I,
like to wake up and think I'm going to all the bad. Yuck. Why waste time doing that? There's only so much time that we have. So, yeah.
And it's also the question, what if they don't come true? You know, it's true. Let's reverse that, and I think for most of us who have been through really tough times in our lives, it's easy to go into the what if and look for the bad that can happen, but that's not the way it has to be.
Well, and
So, so
we're all survivors of something.
we are, not one of us gets through this life unscathed.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
So in this journey, you had to go through something that was something we would wish on no one, and that was the loss of your daughter. Do you mind to share so kind of form a framework of where the journey started for you?
Well, the journey came on the pivotal day where Emily was on a sea-doo with her brother. They went to enjoy their last sea-doo ride of the season, so excited. And then the unimaginable happened, and a boat swerved to miss one sea-doo and impacted Jarrett and his sister Emily. Jarrett survived, Emily died, and my joy was ripped from my arms. It was, I mean, I'd planned many possibilities in my life. I'd planned the potential for many funerals. Emily's was not on
Not
that.
one.
Nope, no.
No, it's heart-wrenching, and I can't even. having not experienced that, I can't even imagine, that what it took for you to come to the place that you are today, because today you serve in such an amazing way, but it was because of that life experience that helped you to you made choices and
Good choices.
choose joy. You made some choices because you could have stayed in that doom and gloom and the hurt and the anger and everything else, but you chose to rise above it. And that's the key. It's a decision that we all have to make.
Well, I could have. If we stick in our coulds, what do we actually do? I can, I must, and I will. And I surrounded myself with very strong people in my life. I didn't choose the weak. I choose the wise and I choose the strong, chose the strong. Um, it was the only option if I wanted to move away from the painful life that was a potential. It was a big potential, right? Where do I see myself a year from now? You
Mhm.
know, I chose to jump on that unicorn, the big unicorn, and fly. I mean, if you don't believe in unicorns, well, then what are you going to jump on? Like a donkey? Donkeys don't move too fast.
Already a best-selling author now with this book. Things are, there's a lot of people that are supporting you, loving you, and there's a lot of us that are out there really, really sharing it out because it is a book that not only is the cover striking
Right.
and eye-catching and beautiful, but it's a true tribute to the person that you are. And of course, pink has to be part of that whole branding for you because there you are. Even your hair's got pink in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're on stages a lot now speaking and and tell us about that journey to being able to have that courage to stand up and speak and on a lot of different kinds of stages too.
Oh, the courage to speak was a challenge. Boy, that was a hard one because in my mind, I heard all of the naysayers and the haters. Haters gonna hate, and boy, there was a big cast of characters in my mind. And I remember the big change when I stood on the stage and I imagined the haters at the back of the room. And I thanked them for traveling so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you for showing up. Because if I had stayed in the small, I wasn't serving my daughter's memory.
No, that's right.
Yeah, her story as well as mine, my son's story, all of them. You know, the story of finding love again. Yeah.
It's been a journey. So in the writing of this book, did it do for you on a personal level to be able to pull this book together to come to this to this day?
Taught me how to really forgive. I thought I was a good forgiver, until I realized that there was a lot to be done in the editing process. Like the editing process was, I talked about how much I enjoyed it, and I did, and yet I would yell at the computer and the editing notes a lot. And it was like, I'm like, what do you mean you don't understand? And the chronology. I had to reach out to my children to ask them what years things happened because the complex PTSD really, really tripped with my mind. So I was pulling out news articles and legal documents to try and get the exactness of the chronology. Yeah.
Relate to that. Yeah, it's been many years ago that my father took his life and he was quite an abuser. And to this day, I have to ask somebody else how long has it been? I don't remember dates at all. There's something that you just block out,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely. The mind, when you go through grief, is torn apart. Like the mind, there's actually a space in between the two hemispheres when you go through grief.
Right, right.
And that's the space for grace so that you can heal if you take that choice.
Very much. So I'd like to open it up to those of you that are here today, if anybody wants to chime in, and especially because you're obviously here because you know Nancy, and you've gained a lot from just being your friendship or whatever your relationship is. You're welcome to chime in, and we would like to get a little feedback from anybody any of you that are here to be able to share. And Chris,
Sure.
yay.
I'm out walking my dog, so I apologize if the camera's a little shifty. But yeah, I just want to commend Nancy for. I've been a coach for over 20 years. I have coached people through a lot of tremendous stuff in their life. And good morning. I've coached a lot of people through things. And when I got to read a portion of her book, as I wrote one of the testimonials for it, I was absolutely blown away in knowing her story and knowing her and her radiance and her beauty and her desire to make a difference in people's lives. And yet, as I'm reading through the stories that she shared and the tragedies that she endured, once again, it just lit my heart up of what the human spirit is truly capable of when we stop with our excuses and we start with the understanding that things are going to happen in our life that are not necessarily things we ever imagined, but in our capacity to choose, we can choose to be a victim of the situation and bitch, piss, and moan and complain and blame and suffer an entire lifetime because something happened. Or we can realize that those things sometimes happen for us to exponentially grow, to use Nancy's term, and to experience joy in our life. And I know there are many people I have dealt with who have chosen the path of victimhood. They have chosen not to live in the honor of the person that perhaps took their life or lost their life or succumbed to a deadly disease, and they're miserable. And I tell them, how's that working out for you? Well, like, I just don't feel like I can do this. I feel like they feel guilt and they feel shame if they're happy. And Nancy has taken that opportunity to say, okay, I'm going to choose joy. I'm going to allow myself to experience this thing called life and use this experience to help others go through that. And that's what this book is about. It's about that opportunity for us to pause and say, okay, is life happening to me or is it happening for me? Is this something that the person, I always ask the people, like, would the person that passed, would they want you to sit here and be miserable? Would they want you to destroy your life with alcohol and drugs and being bitter? Or would they want you to go live and enjoy every single day? And without a doubt, people say they'd want me to go enjoy the day. And I'm like, okay, then why aren't you doing that? You're not living in their honor. You're not honoring their life and the reason why they came here for, unfortunately, a short period of time. And so I just commend Nancy, and I encourage everybody to get the book and connect with her, because when you have those type of people in your life, you can't help but be inspired. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and glad to meet all you guys and see you all.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That was, wow.
You're
You,
welcome. I'm a professional speaker too.
you did a very good job. Thank you.
Thanks.
There would have been a time I would have said, I need to be coached by you.
Anytime.
Yep. Oh, it's awesome. The journey, one thing that I noticed when I wrote my first story, and the name of my book was called The Woman I Love. But in the process of growing and changing and choosing what I wanted, like we choose to thrive, is what was kind of where you are and the journey that I have been on. But when I published my book, it was like it just released everything out to the universe and just took a lot of the stuff that kind of hung over my head for a long time and released it. But I had people coming to me and saying, "Wow, now I thank you. People I didn't even know. Thank you because you had the courage to write that, and thank you because now I understand my mom, my sister, my wife, and the journey that has been." So for you, Nancy, there's so much that you are. That you live for?
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
is what is your
Oh, I live for the next opportunity to create something great. I'm constantly creating, and that is always for the end game of spending more time with family. Uh,
Mhm.
I was talking to my son Jarrett this morning, and I said, I want to get goats at the farm.
And
Goats.
goats are fun.
I love goats, right? And I mean, what farm, where, when, how? Um, spirit shows me goats. I know I'm going to get goats.
Well, they can make a lot of laughter because they're funny creatures. I grew up with goats. Well,
Right?
I know you're only here for a short moment. If you would like to chime in on this conversation, we're more than delighted for you to.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Can
Mariana.
I say? Oh, sorry.
Sure. Yes.
I have to jump shortly as well, but I just wanted to say congratulations. And I met Nancy through one of Chris's coaching programs as well. And she's just always a ray of sunshine. And even if you're having a bad day, it just something Nancy will say will just make you feel that little bit of joy and, bring you that little bit of happiness. And she just always embodies that energy. And mostly I just maybe had a question for you, Nancy. What do you hope people get out of this book?
And understanding that they are a gift. That they are a gift. You are a gift to this world. You were born to shine. It doesn't matter what obstacles or challenges you have in your life. You are the champion.
Love that.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to read it.
Oh, you will enjoy every moment of it.
But I have to jump. Congratulations.
Thanks, love.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Cheryl, since you said you only had a short moment to
I do. Whew. And I'm in tears already. It's reminding me of my book because Nancy, sorry, I don't know why I'm in tears, but I'm so happy. They're tears of joy, Nancy, and watching you on your journey has been just an amazing thing to do, and you're an inspiration. And I know, oh my God, sorry. Whew, breathe. I don't know why I'm crying, but anyways, I'm so excited to be here for you because I know a year ago my book launched and you supported me on that, and I just I guess I'm reminded of the joy and everything that is about writing a book. It's like, wow. And I've been watching you on Facebook, even though I've never met you. You were brought to me by a dear friend, and I'm just so excited for you and excited to read your book. So as you can tell, I've got tears of joy here. So I don't know where they're coming from, but congratulations. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm going to and I've already ordered your book. So yes, I'm excited to read it. So
Thank you.
joy,
Thank
have
you.
fun.
To watch you shine is a testimony to the possibility of the human spirit. I know that both of us have been in anthologies, and
Yeah.
to come together and write together,
Yeah.
oh, it helps. It really helps in the healing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, I gotta run. Take care.
Take
Thank
care.
you for sharing. And Shauna?
Well, happy birthday and congratulations. I'm so proud of you. So I would not, my last year would have been very different without you. And I don't think people know the joy and the comfort that you bring to everybody that you talk to after. And I didn't even know some of the stuff that happened to you in your life. And I'm like, how the hell is she showing up like this every day for other people? Right? So I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to celebrate with you tomorrow when I see you in person. And I'm so proud of you. And I just want you to know that you inspire so many people to be better every day. And I was at an event a couple months ago and one of the speakers said, people hate two things in life, change and the way things are. And so choosing to change, choosing joy, choosing a different emotion, choosing a different reaction to things is those are sometimes very tough decisions. And I just want to know that you inspire me, Virgilio, and you inspire so many people. So thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. It's a challenge to choose that, because that means that some people are going to move along. That whole smile and wave, right? Which fingers you choose, there's 10 to choose from, 10 digits. like your dog. And right, I mean, Chris is down there doing the rock star. There's other fingers that we can choose along the way. No matter what we do, it creates a legacy. So I can be a legacy of peace. But that last image of me, what's it going to be? You know,
Yes, it is leaving the legacy that we want to be left for on our to leave this world. And I think the biggest thing about this that strikes me is knowing the world is waiting for our messages to come. There are people out there that think they're the only ones that are suffering in this way. They don't realize that there are others that have gone that journey with them. Because when you're in it, you have it in your face, and it's there, and it's raw, and it's real. And it gets easy to get wrapped up into that loop and not come rise above it. But sometimes it's one word, sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's somebody smiling from the stage and speaking their story that can transform. And that's why we do what we do in this world. We're not here just to whine and cry. We're here to shine and set an example and lead in a way that can transform other people's lives. And that's what you have done, Nancy. You have made that choice. And my kudos is to you, because it's been such a joy to be able to work with you through this process, because every time we got on a Zoom call, you were smiling. You were joyful.
I was astounded at the platform that you created. I was astounded. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh, like this is like a game, and a game worth playing, right? Like, we can choose a lot of games in life. What's a game worth playing? I love football and the sport of football, because we can either be on the offense or the defense, special teams. There's so much that we can choose. And on any given Sunday, you got a choice, right? Any given Sunday, and every day is a Sunday because the sun is shining somewhere, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I've always said that there's not one of us that hold a corner of the on the market of who's had it worse. There's always going to be somebody that's had it far worse. And you can go through life just with the poor me's, but man, that's a drag, an awful terrible drag in the way to live.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And those who may weigh us down, we have a choice with that too. It's that sometimes we just need a little break from that, a separation from the dramatization of life.
Right. And so we have to separate ourselves, not because we don't love the person, but we also have to protect ourselves, and we don't need to surround ourselves with something that on a constant diet of of negativity, or the constant diet of ugliness. Basically, it's you have to choose who you're going to surround yourself with.
Oh, every single day. And I mean, if you're going to be a drama queen or a drama king, I mean, I hope you're on daytime television doing that.
That's right. Let's not do that in real life. You talk about this being a survivor's guide, survivor's guide for hope.
Mm-hmm.
In that process of being a guide for hope, as somebody picks up your book for the first time, is there one specific spot that you would like them? Is there something in those words that you wrote that you would like for them just to? Sometimes I'll pick up a book and I'll just open it to the page, because I put it out there in my mind that there's one page, or there is some message for me.
Ooh, well, I opened up to chapter 21 because I took your suggestion. Less faith, not faithless. One of the biggest misconceptions I've encountered as a psychic medium is about my spiritual beliefs. When I was asked a question by a client who had lost a child, I was shocked. I needed to take a sip of tea before I answered. Did someone hurt you to make you lose your faith? Or is that something you'd rather keep hidden? I lost my faith in Jesus and the church long before I developed my gifts of clairaudience and clairvoyance. The truth is, these gifts brought me to a place of living in the light of Christ consciousness more than any formal religious practice ever did in my years of being a Christian. I lost my faith in Jesus the day my daughter's body and soul were returned to heaven without me. It's okay to be angry during the process of loss.
Right.
Your faith will be tested.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
yet hope floats, right? Hope floats.
Beautiful. Well, if you're listening on one of our live streams, because this interview is broadcasting live in many different places. There's a link in the comment boxes for you to pick up a copy of Nancy's book and take the time. Just pick a nice afternoon where you can just chill and pick up this book and digest. Don't read it too fast. Just take the time to really read and capture the essence of what Nancy is sharing with us today. She has a sparkle and a joy about her that will be contagious. As you read through the pages, you will pick up on those, on that sparkle and joy. And what better thing for us to live with is that sparkle and joy. So
Well, those chapter titles are a little bit intriguing, that's for sure.
they're just wonderful. And you've got one of the things that Nancy took the time to do, and this was a big job for her. I know it was, because getting it all into the book, every single chapter has a QR code in it that leads to a video with a special message from Nancy. That took a tremendous amount of work to bring that all together. And actually, the majority of the authors that I work with maybe have 12 or 15 chapters. And we were going through this and I'm going, wait a minute, we're up to 47 right now. And you faithfully did one for each chapter.
Each chapter, yeah, one for each chapter. And there were some chapters that it was hard to find a way to express what needed to be said, because my grandchildren are going to be listening to the videos. So I wanted to keep it in a clean space.
Right. And keep it to where someday your grandchildren will pick up the book and will read it too, because they will have their journey. We just want to celebrate with you. Does anybody else have anything else they want to share? Or how about for you, Nancy?
I'm going to be talking with Christopher on Friday. That's going to be fun. And I see Shauna tomorrow. Oh my God, right? Like, I am so excited.
Oh, what a day of celebration. And this is your birthday.
It's my 55th birthday. Yeah. And the beauty of it is the way that everything unfolded. Ralph's out of town. That wasn't the plan. So now, by the grace of God, I go. I'm setting up for an event tomorrow. I might get some plants this afternoon. That's the plan. I've got a date with a girlfriend if she's back in town. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Chris, do you have any other things you want to share before we wind down this interview?
Yeah, can I take about an hour and a half? No, I just want to echo again what you guys have said. It's important for us to have a perspective of curiosity and adventure in life. And Nancy embodies that. I've been working with her for a year, and I just want to say how proud I am and honored I am to be your friend, to be a part of your growth and your trajectory. And I absolutely know with all my heart that this book is going to impact thousands upon thousands of lives. Perhaps a movie, I totally see that, and I see that for my life as well. And I just encourage everyone just to live from a space of love, not fear, and not hate. I mean, have love for yourself, have love for your fellow human being, whether they believe in the same political parties as you do or whatever it might be. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and there's an opportunity for us to love ourselves, speak better to ourselves, and consume positive content rather than watching the news and following politics. We have an opportunity to ourselves to love ourselves and to get out there and live life, because life is really short on the spectrum of things. Nancy finally caught up to me. I turned 55 this year, and no other time in my life have I ever really stopped and went, wow. I've always known that life is a little short, But as the years start to click by, you start to realize that. And I see so many people wasting their life playing the someday game. Like someday when this is right and when that's right and when this person does this, then I'll be happy. And everybody thinks, oh, when I have more money, I'll be happy. When I have more fame, I'll be happy. When I have less this, I'll be happy. But the truth of the matter is, you can be happy right now, because at the end of the day, if somebody took away your health or took away somebody in your life, like Nancy's experience, how much would you really be focusing on all that other stuff? And so there's an opportunity for all of us to take a look at who we surround ourselves with, make sure that we're surrounded with really good people in our life that tell us the truth and want us to grow, and push us out of our comfort zone. And I just think Nancy is amazing and awesome, and I can't wait to see what's next for her. And it's been a pleasure to be here and kind of share this time in this space with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. You're exceptional. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here with us today. And
Coming
then
to America. Coming to America.
celebrate with you and happy birthday. And what a better way to celebrate a birthday than to bring to the major accomplishment that you've just made.
Yeah.
With that, we will wind down our call, and we thank each of you for being here celebrating this day with Nancy. And let's keep the celebration going.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Blessings.